Hi students, welcome to online class. So today in this video we are going to start the new chapter 2, number systems. See, in the last week we have discussed about chapter 1, introduction to computers. Now in this chapter we are going to discuss about number systems. See, when you see the heading, you might have a thought, sir, again you are going for mathematics. We are studying computer science. Why we want to study about number systems? See, mathematics and computer science, both of them are related to one another. See, number systems means here in this lesson we are going to study in detail about how the machine is able to communicate with the user, how the machine is going to do all the process inside the computer, how the computer is going to do the processing, whatever the input we are giving, how the input is converted into machine language, because our language is understood by only the humans, but the machine can't understand our language. Simply I can say that the human can only know ABCD, but the machine cannot understand ABCD. It understands only zeros and ones. So here we are going to discuss about the number systems. Right. Before going for that, we are going to discuss about what is mean by data. See, in the first lesson itself you might have studied the term data comes from the word datum. So which means a raw fact. See, data means it's an unprocessed collection of raw facts. You might have studied in first lesson, which does not gives any meaning, which does not gives a complete meaning. So that is called data. Simply if I say Kumbakonam, from that word you cannot understand what is Kumbakonam. Right? So if I say money, what is mean by money? So like that you can't understand, you can't get more information, you cannot go for a complete meaning in data. See, the data is a fact about people, places or some object. It may represent anything. It may be about the people or a place or some objects, means it may be anything. Chair, bench, chalk piece, like pen, pencil, whatever you can say, everything is a data. See, let us see an example. Let name, age, class, marks and subject be some defined variables. See, these are called variables. See, what is mean by variable? Variables are the names that is used to store the value. Variables are the names that is used to store the value. We can say that it is used to store the data. Right. Let us see the example. So now let us assign a value to each of those variables. We are going to assign the values for the variables. See, let us consider name equal to Rajesh, age equal to 16, class equal to 11th, mark equal to 65, subject equal to computer science. See, from this you want to understand, here name is the variable, then Rajesh is the value. See, whenever you are studying maths, A equal to 5, what will you say? A is assigned as, the value of A is, we can say like that, A is assigned as 5 or the value of A is 5. Then what is mean by A? A is called as variable, right? Like that same here we are going to study name is equal to Rajesh. Here name represents the variable, Rajesh represents the data, that is called value. So age equal to 16. Here age is a variable, 16 is a value, 16 is a data. So like that all the other things. Class equal to 11, mark equal to 65, subject equal to computer science. See here, in the above example, the values assigned to the 5 different variables are called data. So in this example, there are 5 different variables are there. All the 5 different variables contain some value, assigned some value. Those value are called data. So here from this you cannot understand anything. Name equal to Rajesh. So something is assigned. Rajesh is assigned to name. That's all. Anything else can you understand from that? Who is Rajesh? What he is doing? We cannot understand anything. But when all these data are combined together, when all these data is combined together, how can we combine? See this, when the above data is processed, we get an information. So first lesson itself we studied. Information is the collection of raw facts, processed facts. We can say that information is the collection of data. Information is a collection of processed facts. So data is processed, we get information. Say here, Rajesh is 16 years old. From this what do you understand? What is the age of Rajesh? 16 years. Who is 16 years old? Rajesh. So here we get some information. Whenever we arise a question, we should get the answer. So that is called information. So Rajesh is 16 years old. Then Rajesh is studying in class 11. So from this what do you understand? Who is studying 11th standard? Rajesh. And then what is the standard Rajesh is studying? 11th standard. Then Rajesh has scored 65 marks in computer science subject. So how much mark he scored in computer science subject? 65. Who scored 65 mark in computer science subject? Rajesh. So like that, when data are combined together, we get the information. Right? Can you understand, students? So here we have discussed only what is mean by data and what is mean by information. How the data is processed and then it changes to information. Right. Let us see the data representations. See, the human, we can say Rajesh, 11th class. We can say several things, marks, subject, like that we can say several data. But what about computer? See, computer can't understand your language. Computer can't understand English language or Tamil or whatever the language you say. Because computer is a machine. Computer is a machine. So it can't understand the human language. See, what is mean by language? Have you ever studied about or gone for the definition for language? Most of them they will say that, sir, language means Tamil, English. No, that is the different types of language. I am asking what is mean by language? Why we are using the language? See, language means it is used for communication purpose. See, in the olden days, the king or the persons, the humans, those who lived, they used to communicate through birds, animals, several things they have used animals, and then sometimes they have used the paper, and then like that they have traveled from one place to another place. So like that the communication is done. But now whether the communication is going on like that? No, the communication is done through computer, through internet. So language means it is used for communication purpose. So computer is going to handle machine language. So what is mean by machine language? Computer handles data in the form of 0 and 1. Computer handles data in the form of 0 and 1. So everything is considered as 0 and 1. Any kind of data, whatever the data you give, all the data are converted to 0 and 1, and then only the computer can understand. So this 0 and 1 is called as machine language. So any kind of data like number, alphabet or special character. What is mean by special character? Special character means, you might have studied in English, punctuation marks, dot, comma, colon, semicolon. So like that, these are called special characters, like at symbol, dollar symbol, right? In computer they used to call it as special characters. So everything is converted to 0 or 1, which can be understood by the computer. So this 0 and 1 that the computer can understand is called machine language. See, we only know that in English we know 26 characters are there, 26 alphabets are there. Like that, each and every language there are several characters are there. But what about computer? That is machine language. It accepts only 2 characters. What are they? 0 and 1. So this 0 and 1 is called as binary digit. They used to call it as binary digit. Binary, bi means 2. Bi means 2. 2 in the sense 0 or 1. 0 or 1. So this is called as bit. This is called as bit. Right. Now we are going to see about what is mean by bit and nibble. What is mean by bit and nibble? See, a bit is the short form of binary digit which can be 0 or 1. So this is the basic unit of data in computers. See, now only you can see bit, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte. Most of them we are now using only GB. Yes, is it right or not? Every computer contains 500 GB hard disk. I think your mobile itself you can see 128 GB internal memory. Some of them they will have 64 GB internal memory. See, GB comes from the basic called bit. GB comes from the basic called bit. So bit is a short form of binary digit which can be 0 or 1. It is the basic unit of data in computers. Then what about nibble? A nibble is a collection of 4 bits. A nibble is a collection of 4 bits. 4 bits means 4 binary digit. That is 40 or 41 or 0011, right? Or 1010, like that. It may be any combination, but it should be only 4 bit. Right. Now we can see the next, byte and word length. What is mean by byte? See, a collection of 8 bit is called byte. A collection of 8 bit is called as byte. 8 bit in the sense the 8 bit may be 0 or 8 bit may be 1. That means 80 or 81, or it may be any combination 40, 41, 20, 21, like that it goes on. So a byte is considered as the basic unit of measuring the memory size in the computer. So that is what now we are saying: gigabyte, kilobyte, megabyte. Sometimes they used to say, some of them they will have terabyte, TB, terabyte. So here the word byte, it is used as the basic unit of measuring the memory size in the computer. Can you understand, students? So first bit means 0 or 1. What is mean by nibble? Collection of 4 bits. Then what about byte? Byte means collection of 8 bits. Right? Can you understand this? Right. Now we are going for the next, word length. What is mean by word length? Word length refers to the number of bits processed by the computer CPU. Word length refers to number of bits that is processed by the computer. Right, I will ask you another one question. Everybody have computer or laptop in your home. Have you ever know what type of system you are using? That means how many number of bits the computer can process. That is your computer. Have you ever know that? Most of them you might not know that. Just you see here, I am going to show you. Just you right click on the my computer. Right click on the my computer. Those who have laptop or computer, you go and check it. So right click on the my computer. See the properties option. Click the property option. Then you can see here. Can you see? The system type is 32-bit system. Can you see here, students? Right. If you see the video, you can understand. 32-bit operating system. So this is how you want to check what type of system you are using, how many number of bits a system can process. That is your system. So each and every system now we are able to process is 32-bit and 64 bits. So each and every system is able to process, that is present day computers can process 32-bit and 64-bit. What about the older systems? 8-bit, 16-bit. But now present day computers uses 32-bit and 64-bit system. So that much of bits is able to process by the computer CPU. Right? Can you understand, students? Word length means how many number of bits it is able to process. Right. I think you might have understood the bit, byte, nibble. Right. So here a pictorial representation is given here. So from this you can understand what is mean by bit. 0 and 1. That is called bit. Nibble means 4 bits. What about byte? 8 bits. Then after bit, nibble and byte, then we are going for kilobyte. What is mean by kilobyte? See, you might have studied in the lower classes in mathematics. 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. Then what about 1000 kilogram equal to? Like that you might have studied. Is it right, Anna? Like that here we are going to see 1024 bytes equal to kilobyte. Sir, what is 1024? That is 2 power 10. 2 to the power of 10. So here everything is represented in 1024. So kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. Then megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte. Then gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabytes. Then terabyte is equal to 1024 gigabytes. So first bit, nibble, then byte. After the byte, kilobytes. Then next megabyte, then gigabyte, then terabyte. Right? Like that it goes on. Can you understand, students? So I think you might have understood the first video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.